Welcome back to the channel. In this second video, we're going to go deeper into EC2. Specifically, we're going to go into security groups, connecting to instances, storage choices such as EBS Volumes and Snapshots, and Amazon machine images. These are all required to run EC2 successfully. So security groups are essentially firewalls that safeguard your EC2 instances. They manage both inbound traffic, which is what can enter your instance, and outgoing traffic, what can leave your instance. Unlike standard firewalls, security groups only include allow rules. That means you must specify what is permitted in and out, and everything else is blocked by default. Let us look at some common ports. So the common ports, number 22 is for SSH, which is used to log into Linux instances. 3389 is the port number for RDP, which allows remote access to Windows PCs. HTTP and HTTPS traffic, which is used to deliver websites, are routed via 80 and 443 respectively. File transfers are carried by 21 or 22, and by default, no inbound traffic is permitted. That's actually a good thing because it implies your instance is secure until you determine which access you want to grant. There's various options for connecting to an EC2 instance. On Linux or Mac, you'll usually utilize the SSH command line program. SSH is built into Windows 10 and beyond. However, older versions can be accessed using a tool such as Putty. If you prefer something even easier, AWS does provide EC2 Instance Connect, which works directly in your browser. This is ideal for rapid access without having to install additional applications, and it works on Linux, Mac, and all versions of Windows. Most EC2 instances use EBS volumes, which are network-attached drives, not hardware drives. EBS stands for Elastic Block Store, and the main advantage is that these volumes remain even after the instance is shut down. This implies that even if you end the virtual machine, your data is not lost. They can only be associated with one instance at a time, and they're limited to a single availability zone. To move them across zones, you must first create a snapshot. Another crucial characteristic is that you're charged for the supplied capacity, which is the amount you specify in gigabytes, as well as the input or output performance you want. Even if you don't utilize it at all, you will pay for the reserved capacity. So snapshots are the primary method for backing up an EBS disk. It's essentially a replica of something in a specific moment. So you can transfer these snapshots between regions, which is useful for emergency recovery. AWS also allows you to archive snapshots at a lesser cost, though recovering them may take up to 3 days. There's also a recycle bin for snapshots, which allows you to save deleted backups as long as you'd like, anywhere from 1 day to a year. This prevents unintentional deletions. And if you require immediate performance, Fast Snapshot Restore eliminates the first lag when using a snapshot for the first time. Although this is more expensive, it is more ideal for something mission critical. An AMI, or Amazon Machine Image, serves as a template for EC2 instances. Instead of manually configuring each new instance, you may generate an AMI with your operating system, software, and configurations already installed. For example, if your firm uses a web app with certain configurations, you might configure it once, store it as an AMI, and then create as many identical instances as needed. So there's 3 kinds of these AMIs. First off, the AWS provided public AMIs that are ready to use right out of the box. You can also create and maintain your own unique AMIs. And then there's marketplace AMIs that are pre-built by third parties, but they may require license costs. The AMI workflow is pretty straightforward. All you have to do is start an instance, modify it, stop it, store it as an AMI, and then launch other instances from that AMI. In addition to EBS, there's also Instance Store storage. This is a high-performance local storage that is physically connected to your machine. The main advantage here is speed. It's faster than EBS. However, if the instance is terminated, your data will be lost, and this makes it appropriate for transitory data, such as cache files or scratch space, but it's not for anything critical. And unlike EBS, AWS will not back this up for you. So if you utilize this, you are going to be completely responsible for your backups and your replication. So in this video, we discussed EC2's security features, connection methods, EBS storage, and snapshots for backup. We also discussed AMIs for quick deployment and Instance Store for high-performance temporary storage. When combined with the information from my first video on budgets, EC2 basics, and instance kinds, you now have a solid basis for working with EC2 effectively and cost efficiently. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.